another caller? Okay, well, we got about 9 minutes left, and it's interesting. They tried to pin me down. I don't know if he was going to say, you're not a believer. That's why you're able to say that crap. Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with whether I believe in the end times or not. It's just that this isn't it. This is a deliberately contrived, vicious criminal plot on a national level or an international level. And people need to wake up. Even if you believed in end times, what's this nonsense about churches burning the Quran? That's obviously nothing more than something that's going to make Muslims mad. Now, if we didn't have Muslims mad at us by now, don't you think that would really cinch it? You know, it's obvious that people are trying to promote dissension, not find out what's going on and come to peace in the world. People are trying to come up with arguments why the other side is so evil, when the other side doesn't even exist. Remember, Al-QUEADA is a CIA invention. And remember, bin Laden was on the CIA payroll until and through 2001, 9/11. And if you don't understand that, that's because you aren't paying attention. Okay, that was Sybil Edmonds, another whistleblower that people say, how come there aren't any whistleblowers? And my answer to them is, how come you don't know of the whistleblowers there are? Okay, anyway, is there a caller? Go ahead. Oh, it sounds good. We just got a dial tone. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Peter. I'm back.
Howdy, Peter.
I misunderstood something, and I thought you were saying goodbye, so I hung up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, welcome back.
Yeah. Well, I also, mainly what I wanted to discuss is that you go back to 1907 and you reach a conspiracy and what started World War I and World War II. And if you analyze the fear that America has had about communism in Russia and China.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, well, actually, it's not so Christian. It starts out very Christian-based, but then it expands.
Well, I don't mean it.
The secular people are just as afraid.
I didn't mean that it was the same thing, Christian thing, but I meant it's the same thing where they develop an enemy and get you to fear that enemy. And then they do what they want, and you blame it on that enemy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm just trying to point out that that fear of communism was started out Christian-based, but then it expanded, and it's really in the U.S. It's it's all across the board. And I think that the conspirators are actually mainly non-Christian.
Oh, yeah.
They're using the Christian fear.
Right, and you can believe that anybody with a Muslim background or a Christian background or whoever's involved in this, they are not doing it because of their religion. In fact, it's always counter to their religion. It's amazing. But
yeah, well, it's counter to their religion if you assume that the religion is Christendom, but it really there are different levels of conspirators, and the top levels of the more visible levels of conspiracy are Christian, and the less visible levels are actually secular humanists.
Well, let's put it this way. Their use of religion is strictly for manipulation reasons. It's not for personal belief.
Yeah, you can see how the secular people are sort of, who are actually behind the conspiracy, are using a religious theme. I have a speech handicap.
Well, if you mean secular to mean that they don't have a religion, that's fine. But secular often means the people that don't believe, the other people, the enemy, the secularists, as if they're a group of people that stand together united with a certain cause. And, of course, they're just people who don't believe. And
actually, you see, it's a cause. Actually, communism is something that terrifies believers or Christians, but the secular America wants always is wanting to try to merge.
I don't understand why communism would frighten
philosophy.
Anybody, Christian or not. I mean, we're talking about an economic system.
What do you think about what I just said? About seculars wanting to merge with communist theory and communism. globally, pro-New World Order.
Yeah, but the seculars that you point at can't be pointed at. There isn't a group of seculars that you say, there they are. They're in that room right there. It's a meaningless concept.
It's Carnegie. It was from the steel industry.
Anyway, did we have another call? Okay, thank you, caller. And
okay,
we got another call coming.
Thanks for letting me talk.
Oh, you bet. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Next caller, go ahead.
Thank you.
We've got about 4 minutes left, so make hay while the sun shines.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello, am I on the air now?
You've been on the air.
Okay, this is it. I have quick things to say, and I know you're almost out of time. First of all I want is the truth. And the facts that might come out during the debate is the best news I've heard in a long time, so go for it. And the second thing I want to say is let's pretend for just a minute that Muslims were responsible. Why on earth would we condemn all Muslims in the world?
That's a very good point.
Why on earth would we arrest all people with brown skin because they might be Muslim?
Well, don't you know it was a conspiracy of over 1 billion co-conspirators?
Why on earth would we invade Iraq because they might have a few Muslims there? You know,
right.
I am furious about the whole thing.
Exactly. It should have been handled as a criminal thing, not an international war on terror. And we see that this international war on terror is a complete fraud. And that brings me, they just introduced in the news last night that Portland International Airport now has to scan your body, or you have to go in another line and laboriously be patted down manually. But that's because, we're afraid. We're so afraid.
Well, that's all part of the big plan. If the conspiracy ended with the destruction in New York of those terrible buildings and of those terrible lives, the conspiracy has gone on and blown up so far beyond that's
right.
What Americans should be angry about, that we can't go to the airport without being inspected, that we can't have brown skin without being arrested.
You got to take off your shoes at the airport, for God's sake. You put it through the scanner because you might have explosive in your shoes. Yeah, right.
I mean, nobody
from America blew up anything.
So the first thing to end all this is to get at the truth. And thank you for trying to get at the truth.
I'll keep going, too, if I can.
Do that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'll let you go now.
Right
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, it's amazing that we keep doing it. We keep piling it up. We keep blaming the people that, look over there, look over there, look over there. Never look where you should, though. And, okay, we'll take another one. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds. Go for it.
Thanks, Bill. I agree with everything you're talking about. And if there is no investigation, it's the perfect crime, isn't it?
Yeah, right, exactly. They get away with it if we never investigate.
That's right. They always talk about the perfect crime, has never been committed. Well, this is the biggest perfect crime that's ever been committed.
And you can see how important it is that we debunk the idea that Muslims are attacking us. It's just nonsense, and they're building up the hate rhetoric so much I can't stand it.
We have no witnesses to this crime.
Yep. Hey, well, we got 1 minute left, and like I was saying, like I show on right, this is going by now, you can contact me at 251-OMEGA at Comcast.net. And you can view this show on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, 251-OMEGA. And, of course, go to Blip TV. 9/11 was an inside job. .blip.tv.
Thanks again, Bill. And when's your next show?
August 4th, and then I'll be on with a special on 9/11.
That's September 4th, right?
Yeah. Oh, right. September 4th. Sorry.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And goodbye, everybody. See you 2 weeks or so.